Welcome back. We're here at Osborne's Marine in Sunapee aboard the Penguin, and joining me now is the owner of Osborne's Marine, Richard Osborne.
Hi, how are you today?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for hosting us today.
You're welcome.
You've been in business, this has been a family business for 100 years. Talk a little bit about that.
My great-grandfather started the business in 1905. He was actually a clerk for the Woodsum Steamboat Company before he started his own business, and then eventually bought out the Woodsum Steamboat Company and used or moved the building from over on the where the town docks are, moved it over behind the Historical Society building. Now it's Pete's Shed over there.
Okay, sure, amazing. So you've been in this area for quite some time, your family. Do you remember, did you ever get to meet your great-grandfather?
No, I never met my great-grandfather. My grandparents and my father's maternal great-grandparents. I met them, but never my father's grandfather.
Yeah, well that's neat. Well, it's obviously in your blood.
Yeah, yeah. I've grown up around the water, around the lake. Spent all my summers moving or going back and forth between the house and the harbor and my little rowboat.
Yeah, I think we all have fond memories of that when we were children, you know, if we grew up around the lakes. Yep. Tell us specifically what you do here for service and detailing.
We do service on outboards, inboard, outboards, and we do detailing, wax, polish, wash, whatever you need, vacuuming inside the boat.
Nice.
We do. We work on pretty much all makes and brands. The Mercury, Mercruiser, Volvo, you know, it doesn't matter what brand it is, we work on all of them.
That's super. And you have a special boat that can actually go out to the boats.
Yeah, we use our pontoon boat. We have it, keep it on the lake, and then if we have a service call where somebody has a problem at their dock, we can go to the dock if it's easier to go there by boat than by car, or if we need to tow it back to the harbor so we can pull it out. Right,
because it may be stranded in the middle of the lake.
Or go get somebody that's out in the middle of the lake.
Right, right.
The only request I have is if you call us and you need service in the middle of the lake, wait there.
Don't leave your boat there, right?
Well, no. Sometimes we get there and we start looking around and they've gone, and we call them back and oh yeah, we had a friend come tow us in, and meanwhile I just left whatever it was I was working on and go to.
Right, right. That is really a nice service, though. So yeah, and it's you have a detailing boat as well, so you could go out.
Well, we'd go usually by land and do that, but we could go by boat. I mean, it's whichever's easier.
Yeah, that's great. Now we're in summer now, and everybody's getting their boats launched, which is another service you provide. Yep. Okay, but you have winter storage here as well.
We do winter storage. My inside storage is pretty well all taken up with repeat customers, but we do shrink wrap and store them here on site, and we'll go to your dock and pick up your boat and bring it back to the harbor and winterize it and shrink wrap it and store it, and then if you want us to, we'll put it back on your dock in the spring. So.
Wow, well I think particularly for the seasonal residents, they might not actually be here to do all that themselves. Yeah, and some people may not have trailers. Right,
we have our own trailer that we use to transport boats that don't have a trailer, and we store them on blocks here in the yard.
Nice. So. Talk about the importance of shrink wrapping. That seems like that would be something important to do.
The shrink wrap does a really nice job. It keeps the boats nice and clean, and we make sure we keep them dry before we put the shrink wrap on. Last year was the first year I actually used a dehumidifier in the boats. I put the cover on and put a dehumidifier in it. And,
it's a great idea.
And dry them out before we did it.
Yeah.
And obviously it's nicer if they come in and they're dry, but if they are wet,
that's not always the case, though.
We do dry them out before we put the shrink wrap on, and it keeps them nice and clean. They're completely sealed up so they don't get dusty and dirty, and sometimes if they're inside in a building, the wind will blow in the building, it'll get them dusty.
Yeah, but they can stay nice and sealed up in there, so good. Well, you're a guy who knows boats, and you've grown up in boats, 100 years family history, so we're recommending to our audience members, if you need anything from boats, from storage to launching to repairs and then getting it back out of the water, they come to Osborne's Marine.
Yep.
So
we try and do full service marina work, and we've added the canvas now, so we can repair and do the canvas work that Charlene does, and if your car breaks down, we can fix that too now.
Right, we're talking to Charlene next week, and Pete the final week, to get the whole suite of services here. So great. You've got a great website with links to all those different services as well. So we've got that up on the screen, and then the phone works too. We've got the phone number up too. Someone can call and talk to you or Charlene or Pete. So thanks for hosting us. Have a great summer.
Thank you.
Take care.